today. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And, CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made, because last year we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion percentage, also an all-time high. So as you said, will those numbers continue to climb northward, or will the defenses adjust? And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Wentz now on 1st down. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. 7 yards the pickup there. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 50 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Mack. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Wentz going to throw. And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Seattle's offense ready to go here for the first time, and leading them is the 7-time Pro Bowler in his 10th year now in the NFL, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. It's a big play there for Seattle. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Steps away. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Chris Carson there to make the grab. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll check this down to Hines. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Wentz now to throw. He's got it to Hilton. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. These two teams all tied after 1. From midfield, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Here's Wentz to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. on the give. This is Mack. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 63 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. And that guy just keeps getting better. And I'm talking about Tyler Lockett, who just made that nice catch there for a first down. Now in his 7th season with Seattle, last year may have been his finest yet. And even 100 catches, many of them of the spectacular variety. Paired with DK Metcalf, a heck of a dynamic duo for the Seahawks.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And the Colts are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away. And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. Back near the goal line, here's Wentz. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson. As the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We begin in Nashville, Music City. Julio Jones' debut as a Titan, Arizona taking on Tennessee. And it's the Titans on top as that one draws close to halftime. The Titans playing well in their opener, trying to send their sellout crowd home happy. We'll stay in the AFC South as we make the trip to Houston to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Laviska Shenault, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And that game is tied as they take on the visiting 49ers. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 27 yards. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and through by Myers, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Still 9 remaining on second down. Throwing is Wentz. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. A good throw here finding Pascal. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Returnable for Lockett. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And down inside the 15 he goes. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Mack. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. On 2nd and 7, Wentz. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Zach Pascal. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You can't go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
2nd and 5. They run again with Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Carson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Wilson. This is caught. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw, it's Wentz. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawks defense. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On the delay, here's Hines. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Wentz's throw complete here to Doyle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. This goes out right to Doyle. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Wentz to throw. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Carson Wentz. 15 yards. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So Wilson and the Seahawks down 28-24. A minute 14 to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Darius Leonard, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Throwing now is Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Wilson to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. On the move to his left. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw taken in by Pascal. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Now Wentz. Pass complete to Hines. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So the victory here for Seattle. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Seahawks, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.